Alright, so um, I wasn't able to record yesterday because I was doing other things, and yeah, but I am able to record today. I don't know if we'll be able to finish the mod in this part. I mean, the problem being, like, I don't know how much mod there is left. Like, there really is no sort of, like, I guess there's no indication that it will end, like, now. Or that, I guess, when it will end in general. Like, we could go on to solve Yuri and Natsuki's problems, or it could end with, like, Sayori's story or whatnot, but I still don't know. I mean, it's all just like, yeah. This is a great mod. This is a great mod. It's probably one of the best I've played. Well, it is. But, yeah, so, we ended off last time with her basically saying that, like, and I really do like what they did with this. Like, basically, that the reason she had us that killing herself wasn't sort of done, like, on a whim. Kind of like how Rain Clouds and I guess the original game, like Act 1, portrayed it. It was more so that she was planning on doing it for a while, but she didn't want to leave us alone, the one person who, like, still held meaning in her life. So that's why she brought us to Literature Club. So hopefully we would end up growing closer to one of the girls, which we did, and that we would end up, I guess, still having someone even though she was gone. Kind of like that thing. Because she didn't, well, as long as we didn't have anyone, I guess besides her in a sense, she didn't want to, like, take her own life because she knew it'd be selfish. She just, like, also, like, look at the contrast in facial expressions here, but yeah, it's really well done. Because this, like I talked about this before, but how this mod expands upon the original Act 1 dialogue as opposed to just slapping it in there as filler. But it really does such a good job of that. You could tell this mod is very thoroughly made. It's probably the most thorough mod I've ever played. Just, like, you could tell they, like, double and triple, like, checked everything they did, basically. And I mean, it shows, and it really does make the mod so much better. But, yeah, anyway, Sayori, I wish I'd known how you felt. I wish I could have done something, anything to help. You didn't have to do this. I forgot how ignorant the MC was in this version. Just like, I don't even know. I'm at a loss for words. Raven, yes I did. At least that's what I thought. Don't worry, I won't be trying this again anytime soon. So sometime in the future, just like not soon. Because I love you, Raven. Was this the first time she said that to us? No, she didn't. She said it to us during that one. No, she did actually manage to say it to us when we stopped talking with Natsuki, and she, like, or well, I guess not necessarily stopped talking because we were kissing, but when she interrupted us and Natsuki and we talked to her, she actually did say that. So this isn't the first time she said that. Natsuki releases my hand and takes a few steps backwards towards the door. I should go. Natsuki, wait, she just dips? It's not like that. Thought it might have been once, but it's not like that at all. I just don't ever want to be without him ever again. I don't want to kiss him or go on dates or anything. I don't feel that way about him. I just can't bear the thought of losing him to someone else, having him taken away. I don't know how to explain. Sorry. I never do that to you. I know you two kind of come as a package. Raven said once they saw you as a family. What do you mean just once? This was, like, fairly recent. Hold on a second. When the music stopped? It just did. Family? Yeah, I like that. Alright, there we go. But, I don't really know what's gonna happen now. Just, like, it feels like the mod's over, but it's still going on, in a sense. She turns to me. I guess you've always been like a big brother to me, haven't you? Damn, she didn't even get friend zoned. She got fucking brother zoned. Big brother? You're like a month older than me, Sayori. I actually never knew that. I guess it has felt that way, though. I love you too, Sayori. Thanks, big bro. Are we really doing this now? Heh, you dummies. Silence hangs over us, as each of us tries to fill it with something. So, Natsuki, you and Raven, huh? She's like, so, you two, geez, I don't know. I mean, we haven't really. Yeah, we kind of had things. We just completely disregard what she's saying. We didn't really even do anything. I mean, we technically broke up for, like, a few hours and then got back together, but, are you too serious right now? Raven, you take her out somewhere and talk to her. That's an order from your little sis, got it? But Sayori, you only just... I'll be fine. Monaco will be back soon. From where? Oh yeah, she did leave. Because I remember we walked to her, or well, we saw her when we were walking to Sayori's house, and then she was in like uniform and apparently had to do something, but besides, I'll see you guys tomorrow, right? You'd better have talked things out by then. Also, that's interesting, like Monica doing stuff on her own, really. She might be trying to like help Yuri, hopefully. Unless she does end up going AWOL, but I mean, I guess we're referring to sort of like what things isn't not like what we were doing, but like what the lack of what we're doing in terms of like how we were like separated for like a few days. That was mainly us. I don't know what we were doing. There's a nice new cafe in the old quarter that Monica told me about. She's gonna take me there soon. Why don't you guys check it out and give me a review? Geez, fine, but not because you told us or anything. Just drop the attitude, please. Thanks, Sayori. Asuki turns on her heel and leaves the room. Sayori, are you sure you're happy with this? Never sure, Raven. Oh, I was like, never sure. Wait, what's that supposed to mean? But I mean, I don't really know. I don't know. I can't really tell whether she's happy or not. Probably, like, hopefully. But I mean, there's always that, like, lurking thought that, you know, maybe she's just doing this to try and, like, get us to not worry about her. I don't know. Just promise me you'll always be here for me. I promise you, always. Good. Anyway, those kind of feelings. I'm kind of having them for someone else. That's interesting. That's interesting. This is fucking interesting. This is like, what is it? This is like behind closed doors. Because in Behind Closed Doors 2, Yuri and Natsuki ended up hooking up. I mean, I do remember that. That is kind of interesting. It's just a matter of who. The thing is, it has to be someone we know. It can't be Natsuki, because we were already with Natsuki. And that leaves either Yuri or Monica. I mean, I'd like to think it's Yuri, because, I mean, Monica ultimately wants to end up with us, but, I mean, I'm not really sure that's, like, her priority, or, like, even if. I don't really know. It's quite possible. It has to be either one of them two. That's like the, basically, just like, what do you even call it? Process of elimination. Oh wait, no, it's Sayori hooked up with Yuri, not Natsuki hooking up with Yuri. It was Sayori and Yuri in Behind Closed Doors 2. I remember that. I still think I have the artwork, but I'm not entirely sure. I still do have the artwork, actually. Hold on, where is it? I can't believe I actually remember that. This is from Behind Closed Doors 2. I'm not sure if I have anything to open it, because these files are from like a year ago. Oh, this isn't the one I wanted. Fuck, this is the one I wanted. Oh well. It'll be interesting. Can add more artwork to this folder. Are we going to, is it going to open art? Yeah. So it was Sayori and Yuri. And then let's do this one. It's because that one's actually really well made. Not gonna lie. It's actually fairly well made. Well, let's go back here. I mean, it would be interesting if it's Yuri. Really? Oh, come on. Can't leave me in suspense like that. Who's lucky? Who's the lucky? Oh, we really gotta say guy. It has to be someone we know, or else it makes no sense. It has to be either Yuri or Monica. Raven, you coming or what? Get out. Get the light out, dummy. Natsuki is from downstairs. I don't think that'd be a good plan to keep her waiting for much longer. I want to know who it is, though. Have fun, big bro. It's a bit odd. What the fuck's going on out there? I don't even know. It's so Yuri or Monica. It's gotta be one of the two. Let's be honest here. It's more, I think, realistically, it has to be Yuri. Because, I mean, in regards to Monica, she's always single no matter what. That's just, like, her fate, I guess. I don't know, as, like, her character in the game. Not even, like, in these lesbian ships can she get a relationship. But, yeah. And she also, I'm still not sure whether or not she wants to be with us. I mean, I think she's more so doing what she is now to try and keep the game, like, running as opposed to being with us. But, I mean, we still don't know whether or not she wants to be with us. I mean, could still be a possibility, but I mean, I don't think she's willing to like tear the whole game apart in order to make it happen now. She'd rather just sort of like, I don't know, just value what time with us she can get. Guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I think it's gotta be Yuri. It's gotta be Yuri. Old Core was a short walk away from our neighborhood. I've never been there before, but Natsuki seemed to know we were going. Oh yes, I love this place. There's some great little thrift stores around here. My Nana got me this skirt from the one over there. Which one? Oh, I guess this is just like a picture, not the actual place. She points to a small, unassuming shop front. This isn't really my scene, but I swear to see the great big smile on her face. I mean, that's really what it's about. Soon enough, we reached the cafe that Sayori told us about. It's a small, independently run place with an eclectic style. They seem to serve a decent selection of small meals. Small. Hey, why don't we get some food here too? My treat. Oh, feeling chivalrous? Shall we see which one if one of the thrift stores has a fedora for you to... That one's good, not gonna lie, that one's good. Those sound like the words of someone who doesn't want free food. Those sounds like the words of someone who doesn't want to eat. Whoa, hey, let's not get this hasty now. I smirk at her. I'm getting better at verbally sparring with her. Honestly, I really do enjoy the banter we share. It's really what it's about as well. Come on, let's eat. I just prefer her to go through the door ahead of me. M'lady. I don't see a well-deserved jab in the ribs. I honestly hate that word so much. Every time I hear it, my whole body just shudders. Ah, dummy. Alright. We enter the cafe and take a seat. It looks like we're the only ones here, so our food and drinks come pretty shortly after ordering. Oh, this is also some nice artwork. Also, for whatever reason, I thought there wouldn't be artwork because there's only one file, but I mean, I was clearly wrong because we've already seen custom artwork. It's also interesting. Her hair looks a bit like more purplish, close to like Yuri's, but I mean, oh man, I'm starving. Thanks, Raven. Literally starving. Hey, she actually got a decent amount of food to eat. It's like sandwiches and fries and whatever her drink is. I don't know. We start to munch down food and relatively short. Natsuki really does have quite the appetite for someone so small because she hasn't been eating, dumbass. Lunch hour is the only under the pretense which why am I having such a hard time reading? Lunch, however, is only the pretense under which we are here. Hey, Natsuki. So, shall we talk? Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. I really like that. Just like the actual like animation. I didn't expect that. I was like expecting it to stay the same picture, but that's really good. That's kind of like Fallen Angel, where they had like sequences of like drawings that are like the same scene, but this was like an actual animation. Yeah, I guess that's what we're here for. Look, Raven, I have a hard time trusting people. That's pretty obvious. Yeah, this last week has been hard for everyone. I'm sorry I left you to deal with everything on your own. I mean, we sort of just like abandoned everything. Like, I mean, just I don't really get these two, because like just because like she was just saying that they needed time apart for the meantime. She wasn't necessarily even breaking up with him, and not even necessarily saying they couldn't, like, see each other, like, in the club especially. She was mainly saying they couldn't be, like, together 24/7. Like, always hanging out, just, yeah. I mean, granted, it could still make things awkward, but still, I mean, it was sort of, like, them both who, like, they just, for whatever reason, just, like, I don't know. It was actually mainly the MC, because he just, like, ditched the club in general for, like, that whole week, but I mean, me too. It's not like I put any effort into it. I was too busy feeling sorry for myself. Yeah, there's where it comes in. Because, I mean, we still could have, like, gone to the club and gone to see Sayori and done stuff, but we just didn't. We were both hurting, but all we could think of was ourselves. That's usually what it comes down to. Like, you have to, because, like, the MC, he's so far, I don't think he's made any selfless plays in this mod. I mean, he hasn't really done much. Granted, he saved Sayori, but that's not really selfless play. More so as it is, like, you're obligated to do that. Not out of selfishness. Like, selflessness would be going out of your way to do something that, like, is like that. But, I mean, he was there at the time, so he had to do that. Not out of selfishness or selflessness, but out of obligation. And so he talking about selflessness, that would be more so like what you did leading up to it, which he wasn't really selfless leading up to that. But I mean, even now he's not really that selfless, I guess. I mean, he's always like thinking of himself and Natsuki or whatnot. But yeah, it's just, we both suck. I guess all I can do is learn from it and move on. We screwed up, but that doesn't mean we have to keep doing them. That's also true. Because I mean, you can't like dwell too much in the past. Like, you have to mainly focus on the present and the future, like what you're doing now and what you can do, like, moving forward. We need to stop punishing ourselves and just try to be better people. I promise I won't let you suffer alone again. Yeah, because, like, if you hold on to stuff, it's sometimes it's harder to, like, hold on to stuff than just to, like, let it go. Like, if you're arguing with someone, like, kind of like how, was that this mod? I think it was, where Natsuki was arguing with Yuri the very first day, like, and Yuri offered to drop it, and Natsuki ended up not doing it. Like, it's sometimes it's better to just drop it, as opposed to just, like, keeping, like, still, like, keeping the argument, like, bottling up those, like, feelings and, like, welling up all those emotions and whatnot. I raised my coffee cup and a toast. to sucking less. Yeah, I mean, it's a goal, definitely. Natsuki raises her iced latte in answer. Oh, that's pretty good, too. Yeah, okay, I'll drink to that. Silence reigns over us again. Natsuki's smile falters. It's clear that she has more to say and is having trouble getting the words out. Should I speak up first? Truth is, I'm just as nervous as she is. Trying to find the words to describe how I feel is more difficult than I thought. I mean, you can't put that, like, into words. It's a feeling. Like, it's not even something you could, like, put down on paper if you had time. It's just something that, like, you would mutually know. With a deep breath, Natsuki eventually breaks the silence. Look, Raven, I think we both know how I feel about you. Yeah? I let you have my first kiss for a reason, you know. Solid? Her first kiss? I don't even try and tell me that MC kissed anyone before this. Don't even try and tell me. I didn't even consider that. Then again, that was my first kiss too. Yeah, that's why I'm like, don't even try and tell me that he's even like gotten so much as to close as to kissing another girl before this. I guess Natsuki was the first girl ever to pass the Sayori barrier. Jesus, he's even like using her as a barrier. She's like, yeah, if he's like literally using his best friend as like standards as opposed to just going out with them. I mean, whatever floats his boat, I guess. I mean, ultimately not because she nearly died, but I mean, she was actually dying, like physically dying. I still remember that that art. That was really brutal. I like you. And I mean like you. But I think it might be heading towards something more than that. I'm like he's like, wait, what? So I need to know that you're serious. And you're not just after one thing. I mean, if you are, it's okay. After what? What does she think we could possibly be after? Just don't let me feel any closer to you. Wait, what? Oh. Because right now I'm falling for you. Natsuki, take a look at this. Take a folded piece of notebook paper out of my pocket and hand it to her. What would we be after in her, though? Like, what does she have, like, that we would be after? Like, granted, Yuri, kind of a mature figure. Sayori, someone, like, I guess we could easily influence and use and abuse or whatnot. Monica, popular. I mean, Natsuki doesn't really have anything. Like, I'm not really sure what she thinks we would be after. She unfolds it and reads the title out loud. Summer Hope? Don't tell me the manga's gonna end here. I swear to God. Whenever they usually say the title of the manga, that's where it ends. That's my name. It's how it's written in kanji. I didn't even know that. Is that actually how it is? I would have to, like, do a translation. But, I mean, yeah, just, it's quite possible, I mean. Yup. Why don't you have a read? Her name is Summer Hope. Her warmth spread throughout. Felt through the wall around her heart. I'll never let her sun burn out. Her heart brings summer hope. Is there room inside for me? If I could just get through that wall, her love could set us free. My summer hope, my Natsuki. It's actually pretty good, not gonna lie. It's like, it's not simple, but not like dumb simple like Natsuki's poems. But I mean, get that out of here. But yeah, this actually, is the mod really gonna end here? Is the mod going to end? My Natsuki. That was the poem I was going to read at the festival. Confess to you there and then. He was really about to read that poem in front of an entire audience for Natsuki. He's got fucking balls. Props to him for that. But I mean, like, is that, I don't get why people do all, like, public confessions. Like, that's, in a sense, it's, like, guilting, like, the other party into, like, saying, like, basically what you want to hear as opposed to what they actually feel. Even if it's not necessarily no. Like, rather it be like, I think this can go somewhere, but we need a bit of time off or whatever. It's basically just goading them into saying yes, as opposed to really letting them, like, decide. I just never really understood it. Wasn't my thing. I don't really think it will be, but I wrote that on the Sunday after you left my house because I wanted to give you something in return for the poem you gave to me, and the way it made me feel. Oh, that was the one Friday. I think, yeah, that had to have been the poem Friday that she gave to us, and that one was about us, so, like, yeah. But, I mean, I guess, then again, it was fairly obvious. So, I mean, maybe it was the right move. I don't really know. Raven, this has got to be the cheesiest, most cliched idea I've ever heard in my entire life. Hold on, gotta do something. Back? And, I mean, yeah, it is kind of. But, I mean, she's more saying that because, like, she wants to hide her true feelings or intentions and whatnot. She definitely does appreciate the poem. Can't even hide that. Was the note in my shoe locker not corny enough for you? Jeez. Would it have worked, though? Heh, you idiot. Kinda just did. That's why I'm like, don't even try and fool me with that. Can't even, don't even try it. She takes a deep breath, visibly shaken, but still wearing a wide smile. I think I'm done falling. Her voice lost any hint of her usual aggressive tone. It had taken on that sweet fragility I've only heard once before. When did we hear that? No bravado, no defensiveness. Just Natsuki. That's an Armand. We hold hands across the table for a while before finally finishing our food. We settle up and stroll out into the warm afternoon sun, hand in hand. Just feels so right. So, what now? I was worried it was going to end there. I'm like, is the mod really about to end? But this is making it seem like we won't end up dealing with Yuri and Natsuki's problems. I mean, it's interesting, though. It is really interesting. Because we still, like, don't really know about Natsuki's home life. Or at least we don't really have any detail. And, like, we, for whatever reason, don't seem to be showing any concern about that. I mean, granted, we got, like, a peek into Yuri's, like, obsessive problem in regards to her being the club president, whatnot, and also her, like, trying to get with us. I mean, we kind of put her in her place, but not really. So, I don't know. We have the rest of the day to ourselves. Honestly, I don't care as long as it's with you. She sits down and embarrassed giggle and shoves me with her shoulder. What do you want to do, Natsuki? What do I want to do? I guess I want to go to my new boyfriend's house, chill out, and read manga together. You could have literally picked anything else. You're in a shopping district right now. I mean, even if you don't shop, like, look around, but no. Because you could literally do what you just said on any other day. Like, I don't even know. Whatever else happens, happens. What are you trying to say? Don't, please. We've already gone through this in, like, 2 different mods. That sounds perfect. Boyfriend, huh? Of course, dummy. Come on, let's go. Natsuki, we've only known each other for a short while, but we've been through so much together. And now we're starting something wonderful. I never want this feeling to end. Never, ever. Is that the end of the mod? Wait, what? Oh, no, it's not. Alright. Oh my god, also a brand new day. 3 mod references in like 5 minutes. I smile confidently to myself as I begin my journey towards a brand new day at school. Even the daily grind hasn't seemed so much of a drag for the last couple of weeks. Hey! I see a familiar girl running towards you for a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Alright, so that's the first line. We've used this line like 3 times in this mod. We still don't know who she was talking about. I guarantee it has to be Yuri. But I mean, the problem is, if Sayori tries to hook up with Yuri, I mean, Yuri might still like us. We don't really know how she feels as of now. It's been a while since we've seen her. It's realistically not Monica, because she never ends up with anyone, and also she may still like us. We also don't know how she like feels about us. But I mean, that girl Sayori, my dearest friend in the whole world, who nearly killed herself because we said that. 3 weeks ago, she just tried to take her own life and was very nearly successful. Alright, she was very nearly successful. So this was 3 weeks ago, so that means it's been 2 weeks since we last left off with Natsuki. None of us were aware of the severity of depression, and we almost let such a gentle soul slip through our fingers. Because you weren't paying attention, dumbass. Either by luck or destiny, we have been given our chance to help her through it. And now the first time since, she's coming back to school. That's good. It's progression. I smiled to myself and idled in front of the car stalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I can't believe I overslept on my first day back. That's kind of concerning, not gonna lie. Should probably look into that, but I mean, the MC's gonna be like, you silly goose. But I still caught you. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you're thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, big bro. Is she really still gonna keep calling us that? Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, they don't want them to think we're related or something. What? I flash her a wide grin to let her know I'm kidding around. I know, I'm like, oh, no, because oh my god, that's so good. Because in the original line is something like to think we're a couple or something, as opposed to we're related. Are we actually doing this? We're like, is this going to be like a coldest summer where we actually try and like make her our sister or whatnot? Like, are we actually going to like end up that way? Are we going to like literally adopt her? Because I mean, she does have parents, and we have parents. I mean, they're not around, but I mean, just like still, we're taking this kind of seriously. I thought it was more so as a joke. It seemed more cringy at first, but he's kind of being serious. Fine, but you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have in you to be mean to your little sister. Busted. Sayori is still keeping the whole brother-sister thing. After the trauma she went through, it seems to be her way of grounding herself and reconciling her feelings for me. I mean, that does make sense in a way. I mean, because I was like, is the MC serious about this? But no, he's actually just letting her do it because of what she's been through. And it seems to be like, I guess, her way of keeping sane or whatnot. Because, I mean, ultimately, her depression revolves around her feelings for us. Or I guess, don't know how long she's had them, but I mean, just like, it definitely is a aspect of it. And I mean, if she can like sort of like, by using the brother-sister thing, I mean, she like basically, yeah, grounding herself. And it used the exact words that I was going to use. But I mean, I don't know why I'm still talking. I should. It was a little strange first, but I'm okay with it. She really is like a little sister to me after all. I mean, sure, whatever. You can keep doing it. Can't say it has been working to her advantage, though. She's even more persuasive than ever. I mean, that does work to her advantage, just not ours. Raven, can we get some donuts on the way? I want breakfast. What? Aren't we late? Let's hear it. We're already right behind it. Donuts aren't breakfast. That's why I'm like, wait a second. What? Please. I feel pretty confident saying no to most people. Saying no to my childhood friend was pretty difficult. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's literally guilting you now. You literally can't say no. Say no to my little sister, though? Impossible. She got me right where she wants me. Damn it. If it puts a smile on her face, though, it's all worth it. Okay, geez. Come on, before you gnaw my arm off. Yay, thanks, big bro. Should make it a quick tour to Sate, Sayori's... Save? How close is the T to the V? Not the T at all. We barely make it to school on time. I was like, I make my way towards my class and prep myself for another day of lessons. Spend most of homeroom and history daydreaming, mostly about her, being Natsuki, because it's in italics. Can't wait until it's time for literature club. I always saw her yesterday, but I find myself missing her all the same. It's definitely Natsuki. And also glad to see everyone's back at the literature club. After classes, I wait in my usual spot outside class 3B. For a few minutes, I spot a shock of pink hair among the crowd leaving the class. That's how you know it's the main character. But I mean, so hopefully her attitude's like gotten better, considering like we're together now. Hopefully she's not as like, I guess, bitchy or like hostile and aggressive. She's not as like insecure, I guess. Hey, Natsuki. Her eyes search around for the source of my voice. For a moment before locking eyes with me, she waits through the masses of our students to reach me. Hey, you. She bounds towards me and stops just about a meter away. We decide to keep our relationship quiet in school for now, at least. We don't want to draw any unnecessary attention while we're still finding our feet. I mean, yeah, that is the smart idea. Especially if she's still dealing with, like, bullying or whatnot. Her and Yuri. But I mean, it's just like, there's no reason, like, don't flaunt it in school. Like, flaunt it outside of school. Like, especially, like, don't flaunt it in the literature club. I mean, I guess now it's alright. But I mean, we still don't know who Sayori was talking about. It has to be Yuri, but I mean, we haven't like seen that actually. So, yeah, but I mean, you can't really, don't flaunt that in front of them. Unless, I would feel, oh my god. Imagine we're with Natsuki, Sayori ends up with Yuri, like we're all just flaunting our relationships, and meanwhile, Monika's still there single somehow. Somehow, I guess, the game's literally against her at that point. It's against her character. Like, her character physically cannot end up with anyone. That's just, that would be so sad. That would be, like, depressing. That's what could cause her to go AWOL. I can see it happening, but I mean, like, she just gets depressed because, like, all around her is just, like, couples and relationships and whatnot. While she's just, like, stuck. We've been finding it hard to control ourselves, though. I'm finding it hard not just to hold her close, right here and now. The look in her eyes tells me she feels the same way. It's all about self-control. You don't want to be too overly reliant on each other, because then that could end up, like, fairly poorly if something, well, not necessarily even, like, something happening to one of you two, but just, like, your main priority is yourself. And, like, if that's how a healthy relationship should be, like, your main priority should be yourself, while your second being your significant others. It shouldn't be, like, you're prioritizing your significant other over you. It's just, because, I mean, that shows more so dependence as opposed to, like, a mutual relationship, you know? Is everything ready for tomorrow night? What's going on tomorrow night? Are we, like, doing something? I guess, like, date thing? What's happening tomorrow night? I chopped my finger against my chin theoretically. I know damn well it's happening, but I'm not going to miss an opportunity to mess with her a little first. I actually have no clue what's happening. Huh? You know, the reservation? Oh, for dinner. Yeah, she is, like, concerned. I cock my head to the side. Reservation? What for? The restaurant for our DATE, date? Concern is seeping into her voice. We just, like, we got her on the ropes now. That's why I figured it's like, it's gotta be some sort of date. You didn't forget, did you? A wolfish grin creeps across my features. Ah, oh, you ass. Of course I didn't forget. Table for two at the Phoenix Palace at 7:30. It's a bit late, but I mean, not judging. It's a pretty nice place though. Ah, yes. You know, now you get to live. Alright, I mean, we have been before, for now at least. Even though we're dating now, some things never change, just like threatening us. It's like, I'm about to kill you right now. Aha, you good one, Natsuki. The banter, the afternoons reading manga. It's all business as usual, especially in school. The weekends we have spent together, where things have really changed. Those small windows where we get to be ourselves, where you don't have to hide our affection. Reading manga is somehow nicer with her arms around me and her head resting on my shoulder. I mean, it's because you're doing it with not just someone else, but the person you love. It makes sense. Like anything you do, you two could be picking up trash and it would still be the same way. I mean, that's the thing. It's interesting though, because sort of like the last bit of mod, it's sort of just been like everything's resolved. Like, I mean, we ended up sort of like we resolved our situation or like issues with Sayori and her depression. We ultimately got together with Natsuki. And I mean, it just doesn't really feel like there's a direction to this mod at this point. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, like, it could just end up this way. I still have no idea how much longer the mod's gonna last. Hey, shouldn't we be getting to the Literature Club? Yeah. Oh yeah. We should get going or Monaco will be pissed. I mean, yeah, just like, that's really, well, I guess all I'm looking forward to left in the games. Because, like, otherwise it'll just be like a Natsuki Daneson. But I mean, I want to still see what happens in the Literature Club. I want to see please tell me Sayori ended up with Yuri. I doubt that, but it'd be rude to make everyone wait on her account, I suppose. I watch her. She walks ahead of me to the club room. She seems to have a much more confident air about her these days. She's less skittish and quick to anger, and any jab she makes at me feels as lighthearted as they should be. Well, that's good. She's got her head held high and a smile on her face. It's wonderful, as opposed to, like, being insecure. I guess that's good, except there's something off. Something about the way she's moving. It's not quite right. The fuck are you talking about? I can't put my finger on it. Is she injured? I mean, that's got to be the explanation. Like, her leg must be, like, injured. That's the only explanation. Are we actually going to end up figuring about her problems about 3 weeks too late? But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining things. I banish the thoughts from my mind as we arrive at our destination. That's a very weird input, or I guess that's a very weird, observation on our part. As we enter the club room, its occupants turn to greet us. Ah, Natsuki Raven, there you are. Alright, hello Monica, it's been a while. Like a week, 2 weeks? Well, it's been 2 weeks for everyone, but I mean, like, it's been a while since we've seen Monica in the mod. Hey, you two, especially Yuri. Can I get anyone a cup of tea? Alright, so everything's back to normal. I can hear the electric kettle boiling away in the corner of the room. Don't worry, you haven't missed much. We've only really just got started. With what? We don't do anything in this. I mean, like, Yuri sets out some teacups for everyone and starts making tea, while the R4 of us move to some tables together in the middle of the room. I spot Natsuki wince a couple of times as we heave the dust around. I shoot her a concerned glance, which she does best to avoid. So yeah, it definitely is an injury, and that's clearly caused from her father. That is interesting, though, because it's actually making me think we will ultimately have to deal with that. Or we will ultimately learn about her problems and then deal with her father. Because, like for these past 30 minutes, it's felt like, or at least these past 30 minutes up until now, it felt like the mod was wrapping up. Mainly starting with, us meeting with Sayori or whatnot. It felt like, that was going to wrap up the mod. They honestly, if they really wanted to, they probably could have wrapped up the mod at the restaurant. But I mean, like, granted, I mean, now it seems like we're actually going to, like, deal with her problems, which is what I guess I was hoping for. I mean, it's just, it feels a little too late now. But I mean, we'll see how everything plays out. We'll see how it plays out. I set out 5 chairs while we all sit around the table while Yuri serves the tea. Sayori quickly scrambles to her chair next to Monica, raising a chuckle from Monica herself. Is it Monica? Was I wrong? Was Sayori actually talking about Monica? If so, that's honestly so interesting. Then what happens with Yuri? She's just, this seems like a lose-lose situation if only one of the girls is just like single and not in a relationship. This seems like a losing situation for them. And meanwhile, the R-lose, I guess I don't really care about the R relationship. But I mean, you never know. You can see how it works out. It's got to be Monica then. If it's Sayori, if Sayori's literally scrambling for the chair. I guess that makes the most sense. But, yeah. Alright. But yeah, it definitely has to be Monica then. Okay, everyone, now that we're all here, let's start by welcoming back our Vice President, Sayori. Monica. We're all really glad to have you back. And it is interesting. She definitely was like, actually, she and Monica they've been like together more than we and Sayori have been together. Because I was gonna say, if Sayori wasn't, in the literature club, then how much interaction did she have with Monica? But I completely forgot that Monica was the main one interacting with Sayori while she was gone. I guess it's interesting to see how Yuri ends up. Because, she was kind of power hungry. She was basically saying, she's the president now that Sayori's gone. But this doesn't really make sense. But, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how, she ends up. But, yeah. Monica squeezes her hand for emphasis, and Sayori turns a shade of crimson. So it's definitely Monica there. Does Monica know, though? That's the thing. Because she can't be known. She can't know if that's... This is interesting. Things have taken a much new, what's the word I'm looking for? Things have developed. Things have taken a new turn. Now they're opening up a lot of possibilities. Because, before, it definitely, the past 30 minutes, it definitely seemed like the game was ending. But now it seems like they've opened up a new room of, possibilities. With us sort of, introducing the Natsuki injury. Now, sort of, this is, Sayori's definitely attracted to Monica. But now, especially, since it seems like they're not, in a relationship yet. Where Monica doesn't really necessarily know about Sayori's attraction to her. So that's just two potential things. And ultimately, leaving Yuri alone, that could be three. There could still be a ton of mod left to play. It's just sort of we've sort of hit a bottleneck in the past 30 minutes with sort of that section where we were just dating Natsuki. Now it seems like we've opened up, we've funneled out into what can be essentially a whole new mod. But well, let's see. There's still lots of stuff can go on. There's still a lot of mod left. I'm so glad to see you again. If you need absolutely anything, you have but to ask. Yeah, don't sweat small stuff. We've got your back. You guys. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I ruined the festival for everyone. Oh, the music stopped. Oh, this is bad. Because I'm we're still held up on the festival. But because the thing is, she's seen us and Natsuki, she's seen Monica, but she hasn't really seen us together as, in a club setting. But that's kind of, I guess the problem is, going back to school for the first day after you try to kill yourself, that can't be good. Because, that's gotta be just, a whole, flood of emotions with, everyone you've seen, especially, if you're in sort of, this literature club setting. And ultimately, now you're thinking of, because before you were thinking that your life was a burden, but now, because you failed to kill yourself, I guess, you were thinking of the burden at the time, you applied onto everyone else. Sayori, no one's concerned about that, come on. And we're all looking forward to it. Everyone put in so much work, and I had to go. And I love how we're just Sayori, no one's concerned. As opposed to, actually caring about what she's saying. Because, she's serious about this. She seems serious. And Sayori grits her teeth, and painful memories clearly flying back to her. While we were literally just Sayori, nobody cares. As opposed to, recognizing what's happening. We all look at each other incredulously. What could we possibly do to say or come back from this? Say that, here's how it works. It's the... Sort of, Deweese didn't really, I guess, say it to Sayori. We didn't really say that much to Sayori, I guess, when Natsuki was here. Yeah, we didn't really say much to her, but we just need to let her know that she's, most important to us, not, everything that's going on. We don't care about granted, don't say it like the MC did, where it's, basically said what he said, but, more serious. Don't be yeah, we don't care about that. We don't, be Sayori, your happiness and well-being is more important than the festival. But, yeah. Fortunately, someone had the courage to at least try. Is it Yuri or Natsuki? Oh, it's Monica. Sayori, no one here blames you. What's important is you are here with us now. That's all any of us want. It makes sense. It makes sense. I'm very bad at guessing, but Monica definitely doesn't know that Sayori likes her that way. It's gonna be interesting to see how it's revealed or whatnot. But I could talk about a lot of things now. if Sayori like confesses love to Monica and she ultimately ends up rejecting her too, she's probably gonna try and kill herself again. Not gonna lie, that's probably how it's gonna work out. But I mean, it's just I don't see it happening, or at least not now. There could be some developments that could lead to that, but I mean, as of now, I don't see it as happening. So Sayori definitely cannot confess her love for Monica, at least now. And I mean, also with we sort of just like got two glimpses into Natsuki's injury, and I guess we'll ultimately have to confront her about it later, or else otherwise there's no point in keeping like the injury there or whatnot, or like giving her an injury to begin with, other than for us to know to confront her about it and ultimately learn about her problems. And like I guess besides those two are like, well, Natsuki's threat is clearly more prevalent and it's the priority of the two, but ultimately making sure, because like Sayori's love for Monica can threaten her stability, and we'll have to make sure that she ultimately ends up dealing with that in like I guess what would you call it, a healthy sort of way, as opposed to like a sort of self-harm sort of way, as well not even self-harm but like trying to basically off herself, basically like coaching her, like helping her cope with that whatnot. Because I don't think she should confess to Monica as of now, because without development there's nothing between them, or at least it doesn't seem like it from Monica's point of view. I mean, which is understandable. She's like us, the player, for however long, and she still knows we exist. But I mean, I guess her priorities in this mod have shifted, and she has changed as a character. So we'll have to see. And ultimately, in the back of my mind, there's still what still lingers is how Yuri is, I guess, coping with us, like being with Natsuki, and also with her own self-harm, because we still haven't figured out about that. And ultimately, I guess the like sort of like definitely the thing lingering that has been lingering in my mind the whole mod is Monica and whether or not she goes AWOL again because of her character or whatnot. But I mean, that's all just like thoughts at this point, because like this mod, it honestly did a really good job. I mean, the first part of the mod, there's distinctly like two parts of this mod. The first part was basically everything before Sayori trying to kill herself, or even after that, basically everything before us like meeting with Natsuki to go to Sayori's. And then ultimately that was sort of like a bottleneck where we go to Sayori's, sort of resolve everything like with Sayori, and ultimately go on a date with Natsuki and like resolve our own thing. And that seemed sort of like a bottleneck where like everything is alright and the mod can end here, but no, to my surprise. And I mean, I guess earlier I thought the mod would keep going on when we end up learning about Natsuki and Yuri's problems, which I guess, I mean, it seems like it's going to happen now, but I was thinking about this before we sort of hit that bottleneck, and once we did, I was sort of thinking like, yeah, is the mod ending here? Especially with that Summer Hope poem, because it seemed like after that it could have ended with like on a high note or whatnot. But now the mod, we've come out of the bottleneck, we've funneled out into sort of like in a world of possibilities with them, and basically, or I guess not even like possibilities, but just like things that the mod has to resolve. Natsuki's injuries, Sayori and Monica's potential relationship, Yuri's potential obsessiveness and cutting problems, and ultimately whether Monica's character reverts or not. It's all just like, it's all up on the table. It's all up for grabs now. It's a toss-up basically. But yeah, I should go back to this. There always be our events for a club, but you are irreplaceable. It's basically a better version of what we said, where it's like, Sayori, no one cares about the festival compared to this. So please don't be sorry. Just be here with us in our little literature club, okay? Monica. Sayori clings to Monica's arm, resting her head on her shoulder. You're always so good to me. That's what being the club president is all about. Aha. She's like, what's she doing? What's she doing? Club president. Yeah. Yeah. So Sayori's definitely crushing on Monica. What are those two getting all embarrassed about? Does Monica know? From what she said earlier, it makes it seem like she doesn't, but now, maybe? I don't know. I could have been wrong. In any case, I have an idea. Don't tell me we do something stupid right now, because saying we have an idea makes it seem like we're about to do something stupid. Say, Monica, what is the next big event the school is holding? Alright, we just kill the mood between these two? Come on, man. Like, Sayori was a great wingman for you, and now you're just gonna fucking kill their chance. Well, there is open day for middle schoolers looking to attend here in the next year. Some of the clubs sometimes put on some stalls for that. That doesn't seem like something we would put up a stall for, so doesn't seem like something we should worry about. Why do you ask? I was thinking, Yuri, did you still have the banner you made for the festival? I believe so. Would you like me to bring it in? Yes, please. Ah, I see what you're planning. We're really about to recruit some middle schoolers for our club. Like, what are you doing? Sayori, do you have the festival pamphlet saved on your computer? Probably. I don't remember deleting it or anything, so it's likely to be just as I left it. Good. It'll only take a little editing then, huh? Well, I was thinking maybe we could just do what we're going to do with the festival for that instead. That way our prep will have count for something. Plus, it would be nice to have some fresh faces to take over from us when we graduate. Oh yeah, I forgot. Every single person here is a third year. You know, I mean, it makes sense. It has to happen. What do you think? Raven, I love it. That's really thoughtful, Raven. It would be our legacy, a permanent mark on the school, even after we're gone. I forgot they're all 30s, because I'm like, wait, the literature club won't exist next year. It's just, but I mean, it's not really meant to be something that's supposed to, I guess, continue on, I guess. Because, I mean, yeah, I thought you might like that. It's more so just for us. Monica smiles warmly. I've never seen her smile this genuinely before. I think maybe the state of the literature club after we graduate has been preying on her mind. I mean, that could be it. But I mean, I guess we don't know what's going on with her and Sayori for now. Maybe this will help her get some closure when the time comes. Ooh, I know. We could put together a little poem anthology for them to take away with them. Something physical they can remember us by. Maybe inspire them a bit. We'll just be like legends in the literature club. We'll be like, eventually in like 5-10 years when there's like probably a dozen or two members, they'll be like, oh, remember the original 5. And it'll be like us. And then we'll just have like posters on the wall of like our faces and everything we've done. Or what we've not, or the lack of what we've done for our sake. That's an amazing idea. I may have to tone down my poems somewhat. Perhaps some of your work is a little too mature. Just start reading like Shakespeare. Nancy's poems would be perfect though. Don't say we're gonna get in an argument again. Wait, what? Yeah, her style would be suitable for middle school kids. Nanika's like a slight concern as to what's going on right now. But I mean, please don't tell me there's another argument. Well, Sayori, she just doesn't know what's happening. Yuri knew exactly what she did, but I mean, it's just, this is, it feels bad moment. Excuse me? I agree, I think that'd work well. Do we not know what's going on? Like, we had to have known by now. Especially with Natsuki, like, basically screaming. Monika's just watching on, oh my god. Are we really just, like, bandwagoning on this right now? Definitely. Just Natsuki gets, like, no choice. Whoa, time out. You best not be disrespecting my style. Actually, it's because I respect your style that I think you'd be good at this. Huh? Because I was like, are we really just insulting her, like us one by one? For instance, the language you use is simple, but the message is always complex and meaningful. Your choice of language means that you have the best chance of being able to pass those messages on to young people, as opposed to them reading Yuri's poem and just being like, what the fuck did I just read? In other words, you can reach an audience we simply can't. Being able to influence future generations, that's a powerful skill to have, Natsuki. That actually is true. I mean, you see it even in, like, the real world today. Like, people talking about, I guess, millennials, Gen Z, and they're trying to, like, the fucking adults, really. They're trying to, like, I guess, not necessarily control us, but, like, influence is, like, the best word. Basically say, like, basically use them as, like, a placeholder, saying, like, oh, yeah, look at this. They are exactly what we want in that. But as opposed to, like, them, I guess, doing what they want and doing what's best for us, as opposed to, like, them, really. But I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I should try and, like, keep that out of it. You know, they're right. You're the only one for the job. Sorry if it sounded like us putting you down. That's why I'm like, we're really just all insulting Natsuki here. Future generations. I suppose I could see what I can come up with. I am a pro after all. She's gonna be depressed when she sees they're all taller than her. Maybe this will be fun, writing for kids, I mean. Yeah, you'll do a great job, I'm sure of it. With that, Monica wraps up the session. After cleaning the club room, Yuri's the first to head out. Alright? Yuri seems like kind of, I guess... Yuri seems kind of, like, inactive. And I don't know what the best term to be described with. Like, not necessarily unresponsive, or just, like... Just sort of, like, not really doing much at the moment. It's concerning in a sense, but I mean... I guess we still have yet to see what's developing of Sayori and Monica. So, I mean, it makes sense, but, like, just, like, Yuri's little slight concern, her inactivity. She flashes me a wistful smile as she passes me. I know I said I'd forget about what happened, but since she made a pass at me after... Wait, what? Since she made a pass at me after Sayori's suicide attempt, things haven't been quite the same between her and I. Oh, yeah, that's because, like, she was, like... I forgot what exactly happened. But I mean, like... passes, and she was, I would more so remember her, like, trying to, like, take hold of the club, saying, like, you know, she was basically the president and whatnot. But, I mean, she did, like, try and confess. I mean, she did confess to us, but honestly, that was that was our fault for not realizing it sooner. I mean, we did have like an idea. We did have like a hunch that she was trying to confess to us when we were at lunch with Natsuki, which rhymes. But I mean, we for whatever reason didn't follow through on it, and so that's kind of really our fault. She doesn't try anything sense, but it's clearly on her mind. That's also based on what he's saying about her now. It makes me think that we are going to end up ultimately having to like deal with her and like her issues, like on top of everything else apparent being with Natsuki's injury. That was definitely like it was definitely something that we pointed out. Also, Sayori and Manka's relationship, something that's definitely going on. Makes it seem like these three things are still things we have to deal with. So Sasuke and I started dating. The two girls have been spending less time together, and I can't help but feel guilty. Now you know how Natsuki feels. Because this is basically the same situation Natsuki was in, except with us and Sayori. And now we know, I guess, hopefully, we know how to deal with it better. Like, rather than... Because the thing is, we never validated Yuri. That's the problem. Because she, like... Did she... I'm not even sure if she actually confessed to us. I think she did confess to us, but we never really validated... Well, I guess, obviously, because when she was confessing to us, she was, like, obsessed in her obsessive mode, in her Act 2 form. So it wouldn't have made sense for us to do it then. But I mean, granted, we had the opportunity to when we were at lunch with her. And like, because Natsuki left. It was just us and her. We had the opportunity to. We knew, we had a hunch that, you know, she sort of then and there wanted to confess to us. But for whatever reason, we never really followed through on it. That could have been a perfect time to validate her feelings. Because now she sort of feels like, in a sense, Natsuki's taken us away from her. Because we never really validated her feelings. That's really what it's about. It's about validation in life, really. And in situations like this. They still seem to be firm friends when they are together, though. You're just making excuses at that point. I mean, when they are together, which is how often? And not only that, they might be just doing that when you see them. You don't know what they're doing when they're on their own. So it's like, it's just, if he's going to keep, yeah. I wonder if you ever told Natsuki about what happened. Probably not. I mean, granted, I still, like, don't know what he's definitely, that's definitely an excuse. Hey, Earth the Raven, alright? But yeah, that's definitely, like, he was just like, well, they seem nice when they're together, so, I mean, you ready to go? Oh, sure. You're so spacey today. I guess, yeah, I just, like, concerning on our part. I know what you need. Hey, Natsuki. Want to walk home with me and Raven? Oh yeah, because she lives near us, apparently. If that's okay. I know it's kind of Sayori and Raven thing. Yeah, this is like our thing. What are we doing? It's fine, Natsuki. I invited you, didn't I? Yeah, that really is what matters. Because, like, we can't really invite Natsuki because that'd be inconsiderate of Sayori's feelings. But if Sayori does it, then we know she's okay with it. And yeah, well, sure, why not? Natsuki gives me a smile I'm still not accustomed to, even after we said dating. Warm and loving. She's getting better at laying her guard down around me, as opposed to being insecure. She sidles up to me and we link arms. Are you guys hanging out? Monica, are you coming too? See, Sayori has her priorities in order. She's definitely like, hey Monica, no one's saying you can't come with us. Sorry, I need to stay and make some arrangements with your teachers for next week. For what? All of our teachers? What are we doing next week? I'll see you later this evening, okay? What do you mean later this evening? She sees us later this evening? For what? We have no plans this evening. Is that like saying, is she saying she'll see us in a dream or something? I don't even know. But I mean, what can she be talking about? Because she, oh my, there's so much stuff being brought up and like not being like mentioned again. Like, we mentioned, there's definitely something has to happen with Natsuki's injury. It was brought up twice. And now Monica bringing up something about talking with our teachers for next week. Is that when the actual mod is going to end with some sort of like big event next week? I mean, it makes sense. It would give us time to sort of like resolve everyone's problems in terms of like Natsuki's. I really hope we definitely like point out Natsuki's injuries to her and be like, hey, what's going on? Why are you struggling to like move? Like Winston when you like lift or whatnot, like lift packages. And then also look at Sayori's face now. She's definitely like crushing on Monica. It's like whenever she's around, it's just like that. It's happens though. I mean, that's how Natsuki was with us for a while. Well, like we need to. It seems like Monica's not sort of aware of this, and that they don't have a relationship yet, and that should give us enough time to deal with that. I mean, it shouldn't take. It's mainly more so on, I guess, preparing her for rejection in a sense. I hate to say it, but I mean, not really sure how Monica feels about everything. I mean, we just don't know. It's been too long since I guess we've seen her. We still don't know whether she's in love with the player, myself, or I guess sort of like indifferent at this point, just wanting to keep the game together and like the whole club or whatnot. I mean, yeah. And then in the back of the mind, there's always Yuri's situation, which we did end up bringing up, sort of about like her not seeing Natsuki as much, and then also Monica going A1. I've said this like 3 or 5 times already, but okay, see you then. Stuttering, stammering. It's can't trip on your own words. It's like, that's like the first sign, really. I guess second, but yeah, I mean, now it just seems like it basically seems like it's a whole new mod again. Starting with like all these things that we can like work on. All like brand new stuff. The 3 of us head out, leaving Monica to lock up. Walking home, the 3 of us chat idly. Part of me was worried that someone would see Natsuki and I arm in arm and blow our cover. To whom? But honestly, I'm enjoying so much that I'm finding it hard to care. The afternoon sun, my girlfriend, and my best friend. What could be better? Hey, Natsuki? What's up? What kind of thing do you think Monica would like as a present? She's dead. Oh my god, this is golden. This is really golden right here. This is actually making developments as opposed to us being like, nah, what are we talking about? Just like definitely not doing anything. But I mean, yeah, I guess. But I mean, for us, it's a bit different in the sense that we didn't know how many people like us. Like, Sayori knows that basically no one likes her at the moment, so she's kind of safe to do stuff like this. I mean, like, because it's mainly, you're worried about asking this to someone who likes you. That's basically the worry, but Sayori knows that's not a possibility, so I mean, it's free reign, as of now at least. A present? What for? Oh, well, it's just, my parents are going away to work again. I was going to be all alone. Monica said she'd come and stay with me until they come back. Actually? Or is she making it? No, this has to be actually happening then. She's even transferring to my classes to look after me there. She just casually transfers all her classes. That's what happens when you can, like, code the game data. She even helped me out so much while I was in the hospital. She came to visit me and brought me things from home, read me poems. That makes me think, like, they definitely have to have a relationship. Well, I don't know. This makes me think it seems like they're in a relationship. And then, but I mean, granted, Sayori's still talking about this. And they're probably not in a relationship, especially if she's like sort of embarrassed to talk about this. But I guess I was thinking, like, if they were in a relationship, Mako is probably just doing a really good job of hiding it in the club, because I definitely didn't suspect a thing from her. But I mean, I guess it's because she's asking Natsuki, and she's sort of like embarrassed about it or whatnot, and she's like, I guess, I don't know, even because if she was like in a relationship with Mako, she wouldn't, I guess, know what to give her. So the fact that she's asking to begin with, she's been amazing. So I just wanted to get her something special. That's a really sweet idea, Sayori. Maybe I could help you bake something. We could, although I was thinking something more permanent, like a gift. Not like, you think she might like some jewelry? Get like emerald colored earrings. Jewelry? You're really serious about this being a special present, huh? I mean, just baking something for her, I mean, I guess it holds some sentiment, but like, it's, in a sense, it's not like, did you even hear, like, listen to everything Maka's done for her? I mean, that's really something. Well, yeah, she deserves it. Haha. You two have gotten real close, haven't you? Dude, you're starting to like push some buttons there, Natsuki. You're starting to like suspect some things that maybe you should. Leave this to us. Leave this to the MC and Io in order to figure this out. I guess. I get it. Tell you what, I'll take you to some vintage stores and see what you can rustle up. She'll probably like something quirky and unique rather than something off the shelf. You know, she's kind of quirky though. Really, thanks, Natsuki. I really appreciate it. You two have fun tonight. Wait, what? Oh, who's she talking about? Oh, I guess her and Sayori. Because, I mean, wait, don't Natsuki and I have a date? Oh, no, it's tomorrow night. Oh, here's my house. See you guys later, bye. These dips. What was that, all that? we're clueless. We're still, like, we're gonna be the last one to figure out. We'll be like, wait, what? What's going on? Who's together? We're just like, Natsuki, please explain that to us. And she's like, nah, you gotta figure out for yourself. Really? Man, you really are dense. That's why I'm like, what? We even heard her say it. Like, she was feeling that way about someone. And now, we're not immediately suspecting Monica, I guess. Yeah, they definitely can't be in a relationship yet. Because if she was, then Natsuki would definitely know I could see us not knowing, but Natsuki would definitely know, as opposed to her just. It's like, if they weren't in a relationship, we wouldn't be like, well, first off, Sayori wouldn't have come to us. She would have just gotten the gift herself because she would have known. She wouldn't be like taking ideas from other people, because that's for something if you're not in a relationship. Yeah, if you're trying to like find something that's good, as opposed to you already knowing the person and knowing, I guess, what they would like. And then obviously, if they were in a relationship, I guess Natsuki, like, she wouldn't be like teasing us with this. She would be like, dude, they're in a relationship, dumbass. As opposed to like, nah, she definitely has feelings for him. Come on, let's go home. Because like, I mean, she would actually be like, are you a dumbass? They're together. Or like, are you fucking retarded? They are together. They are a couple. But if it's just like feelings, she could be like teasing like that, where it's like, man, you're really stupid. I'll let you figure it out in time. He walks on ahead of me, leaving me standing here confused for a few moments before following on. He is really dense. He's so stupid. I'm sure. I'm glad Monka's taking good care of Sayori, though. I guess that's, if we're not going to ever figure it out, then that's not our problem to deal with. Say has been really nice. I just kind of wish I had figured out what was up with the way Natsuki has been moving today. All right, so music cuts off. Back to this. Ask. Because, I mean, she's going to come up with some excuse like, I sprained my back or whatnot. But, I mean, clearly it's about what her father did. And I guess yeah, he definitely has to ask her about this. This is my street. Text me there, okay? Natsuki. Yeah. Okay, so we are asking her. That's good. I was like, are we really just going to let her go? Because this is definitely a sign. Like, before she talked about, like, her home life, her dad, her, like, environment, not eating, whatnot. But we never really gave a care. But now it's, like, physically manifesting in the injury or whatnot. So, like, we definitely have to, like, talk to her about it, point it out, and then, like, whatnot. But, I mean, yeah, it's about time. So, ultimately, we will end up having to deal with that. Because, I mean, that's serious. This is serious mode now. I mean, it's because Sayori and Maka, that's sort of like, that's like a cute couple thing, whatnot. That's not really a priority. This is our main priority, and we have to get on it. And ultimately later, Yuri, with her obsessions, or her obsessive personality, and Maka going AWOL, but. And where are you going to tell me why it is that you're limping? We're just like, tell me everything about yourself. She's not going to tell us because it's her father. I don't know what you're talking about. Then you won't mind putting your weight on your left leg then. What's your point, Raven? What happened? How'd you get hurt? I said I'm fine. She's not. Natsuki, please, I need you to trust me. What happened? Why are you so bent on hiding it? Because it's clearly your father. How have we not come to that conclusion? Did someone do this to you? We're like pushing her buttons now. We're just like poking her. Oh, just shut up. Oh, she's serious about this. Stop trying to ruin my life like I'm some little kid. Oh, run. Jesus, what happened? This definitely has to be her father. Because, I mean, her reaction. We have to have been like, we definitely poked something there. We definitely cut some sort of wire there. We definitely had to have been like, I guess she had to have some sort of like seen us as her father in a way. Or I guess she's just really bent on hiding what she's going on. I don't need you. I'm doing just fine. What the? Oh, she's dipping. Just leave me alone. In floods of tears, she turns and flees down the street towards her house. That got off hand fast. Yeah, that was more than I expected. I'm like, what's going on? Like, is this like some sort of like, I don't know, is Maka's doing? But like, no, it's just, it definitely, let's see. I guess, here's the thing though. She definitely made hints to her father doing this in the past. She's definitely hinted at it. She's like, oh yeah, my dad will kill me if I do so-and-so. It's like, is it really though? Are you serious? But I mean, now, like, we're just even bringing up someone doing this to her. She's just like, she freaked out, like all caps, like with her face was like just in pure shock and terror. Like, definitely has to like be her, I guess we definitely had to have reminded her of her father in this moment. Like, I guess not necessarily with our questions, but just us bringing it up. Like, she's remembering the event and what he did. Or I guess maybe what he even threatened to do. It's possible he could have learned about us, and then he's like threatening to do something. But I mean, we just don't know. We don't know at the moment. We do know that something's up with her and her father, and we'll have to investigate further because of what happened now. The game can't end now. The mod can't end now. It has to end with everything being resolved. And some sort of way, good or bad. Like exit music, the resolve was bad. I mean, now, I guess this mod could end with a bad result, but it wouldn't really make sense. It has to just, everything has to conclude, and now it's not concluded. There's still so much on the table, so. Never seen her explode like that. Yeah, me neither. That was surprising. Still, I could have probably handled that better. I shouldn't have been so confrontational. You had to. I mean, you could have done it any other way. Because you need to, this is a problem. It's not so much about her feelings as it is about her survival and well-being. So, like, just because she's sort of, like, freaking out about you talking potentially about even someone doing this to her, that's a sign you gotta do something. I'm also frustrated that I couldn't help myself. Something's clearly on, so why don't you talk to me about it? You gotta find out for yourself. What is she hiding? We found out in exit music fairly clear. Who is she covering for? Oh, come on. Do we really not know? I must have touched a nerve with what I said. I don't think I've ever been this unhappy to be right. I choose not to try and follow her. I'll send her a text later. If I've learned anything about Natsuki, it's let her cool off when she gets mad. So yeah, we will eventually have to deal with that. But somehow, I just don't know. If the MC's not like picking up on it now, I don't know when he will. I walk the remaining distance to my home. Haven't had a bite tea, I try to relax at home. All I do though is run over the afternoon's events in my head over and over. Someone hurt her. Why? I guess now we're like actually, music also stopped. Now we're coming to a realization. We're probably gonna like figure out it's her father. Was the classmate she was having problems with before? Can't be. It's never struck a nerve that hard with those. If that's the case, then why is she keeping quiet about it? That's also true. She's never had a problem complaining about them before. Can't stop worrying. Should I have let her go off on her own? I'm doubting it, doing it again, treating her like a kid. How can I expect her to trust me if I can't trust her to look after herself? Crap. Should send her a message. As I'm reaching for my phone, I hear a knock at the door. From who? Hey, anyone home? She's back? I guess we'll save this for our next part. I mean, the mod. This was a really interesting part. For the first half, it definitely seemed like the mod was concluding. I mean, we let off with us and Natsuki talking with Sayori and sort of resolving her, like, problems. I guess being around us. And I guess her feelings towards us with the whole big bro, little sis type thing. And we ultimately, later, we resolved Natsuki's issues, or I guess her issues surrounding us again. And we ultimately sort of, like, I guess, confessed to her. I mean, we did that before, just we never really, like, it wasn't really sort of, like, directly. Or I guess we never really, like, mutually accepted that we're both falling in love, or we both have fallen in love with each other. It was more so just, like, advances towards each other. But now it was, like, with that Natsuki scene in the restaurant. It was sort of like a mutual understanding, as opposed to just sort of, like, playful advances like the whole mod's been. But I mean, or I guess before now, but yeah. But I mean, the mod seriously could have honestly, the mod, if it wanted to, it could have ended there with, like, after we had given her the poem. The mod could have ended with, like, that day where sort of we go home, watch anime, read manga, do whatnot, and the mod ends there. But that was just a bottleneck. Now, like, after that, the mod has fallen out, and it has opened up to a whole world of possibilities. I've already used the same word before, but I'm just doing it again because it's at the end of the video. But now we just have really a ton of new stuff that we will have to deal with. Not necessarily that we could possibly deal with, but we will have to deal with. Number one, which just happened now, case in point, being Natsuki's father. We ultimately know that someone caused this injury. I'm still somehow baffled that we didn't immediately assume her father, considering what she has said earlier. But, I mean, we do know that someone did this to her, and we do know that someone close to her as opposed to just bullies. She will probably ultimately confess to us in the next part that it is her father. I think so, and that we'll ultimately have to solve that. We'll have to, like, get her away from her father, or to, like, conclude the mod. Not only that, there's also the whole Sayori-Monica situation. Because clearly they're not in a relationship yet, and that last scene confirmed it. Because if Sayori was in a relationship with Monica, she would just get her something on her own. She wouldn't be asking Natsuki for tips. Not only that, if she was in a relationship and she still bothered to ask Natsuki, Natsuki definitely would have told us that, oh yeah, they're in a relationship, as opposed to just, like, keeping it quiet and, like, saying, like, oh, you really don't know, do you? Because if they're in a relationship, then they'd have no problem, like, flaunting it. Like, as us and Natsuki are. But I mean, and it would probably make them feel better if we, like, acknowledged it as opposed to, like, ignoring it. But I mean, yeah.
and also based on Monika's. I mean, it's weird because given everything Monica has done for Sayori, like she's done quite a lot in terms of like visiting her more than we have, like I guess changing her class schedule so she's with her more often and letting her stay in, and then I guess ultimately offering to stay in with Sayori for the time being, and Sayori accepting. And I guess that's more so not really done for Sayori's sake, as opposed to just keeping the mod going. Because I guess from Monika's perspective, Sayori has always been the threat to like end the game, or like basically cause the reset in the Act 2 cycle to like begin. So she's doing everything she can in order to like keep Sayori up, but ultimately, inadvertently, has caused Sayori to fall for her. It will be really interesting to see how that develops. Because right now, I do definitely think Monika doesn't know yet. And that obviously Monika doesn't have feelings for Sayori, or at least not apparent feelings for her. We haven't seen that yet. But I mean, it could easily be something that could develop in the future. I mean, granted. Like, yeah, because given what she said in the club around Sayori, she definitely doesn't, or at least it doesn't seem like she has feelings for her. Which, yeah, it's going to be interesting. And then ultimately, the two other issues that, I mean, one was sort of brought up today, the issue of Yuri, because, I mean, obviously we're with Natsuki. Seems like Sayori will end up with Monika, but at the very least for now, she's sort of crushing on her or whatnot. Yuri, she's kind of alone. She doesn't really have anyone, especially now that we're sort of taking Natsuki away from her. I mean, or at least, even though we might not think of that from like our perspective, that's might be how Yuri views it. Especially because she still has that obsessive personality. We've seen it come out in Act 2 with us. Well, no, not in Act 2, because there's only been one act. We've seen it come out when she tried to basically like establish herself as president of the club, and apparently, I still don't remember her really making advances towards us. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I mean, like, yeah, I don't remember that. But it must have happened, though, given the MC said it. So, like, yeah, we'll ultimately have to deal with that, her, like, growing away from Nazi. But then again, the MC's also making the excuse, like, you know, they seem nice when they are together. First off, that's acknowledging that they are together less when they're with us. But, I mean, that might also be because we're with Natsuki. But also, we don't know how they're interacting, like, when they're not together. I mean, we have somewhat of an idea of how Sayori and Mako are interacting, but we have almost no idea, or at least in this mod, of how Natsuki and Yuri were interacting. But, yeah, so it seems like we'll ultimately have to deal with Yuri as well. And also the last, like, and sort of, like, the thing that's been on the back of my mind the whole game, really just Monika. Like, what she did mention in the beginning, if her character reverts, or if she ends up going AWOL to the leader. Just because she mentioned that makes me think it's going to happen. I don't want it to happen, but I do think it's going to happen, given she brought it up. It's just, it makes me think it's going to happen. So, I mean, I don't know. It's been an hour and 10, I'm going to end it now. So, yep. I guess that's it for today. Tomorrow it is, then.